go get my coffee. I think it's done by now. It's freaking hot out. It's like 110. Some such disgusting number. Alright, you know where we're at. We're gonna do our thing. There's my man. It's my bro. Alright, let's check out coffee real quick. I'm gonna build it over here real quick. What up, everyone? And let's do this. That's freaking dark. I love it. With the ice cold milk. That's the only bummer. Obviously not coffee drinkers. These look like dog treats. Yum. Come on, focus on the dog treats. Alright, let's ritualize a little bit. Let me get my mind right. Good. How's everything?
Good, man. Yeah, sorry we don't have 2 bar open right now, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do my thing, sneak over there anyway. But damn, I sent a letter to corporate. I did. No bullshit. I was like, hey, I saw it open one night this week for like 1 or 2 hours.
Like yesterday we had it open, but what's happening is like we're not doing our business in there. We're getting so much in here that we're getting slammed.
Right.
So we need the other bartender to come do that.
And people are getting it. It's like it's going to feed upon itself. It's a catch-22. When people would say, it's not open, they're not thinking about it. So,
Yeah.
it's a thing. Still my favorite coffee in town.
Good.
And I live here. It's better than mine. That's why I show up here.
I drink it every day.
What, is there a specific brand or it's just a blending method? What are you guys doing? That's, oh, we might get some secrets here. Hold on. Alright, I'll mute my camera. Alright, we're not getting the secrets. Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute.
We use the same decaf flavor check.
Alright, never heard of it. Want me to square away now when I come back for a refill?
Go back.
Alright, cool beans. Yeah, man. Alright, we're in motion. I'm gonna bring this with me. That way it freaking gets down to room temperature. How am I gonna do this? Alright, we gotta get coffee can established. Let me see if I can hold the milk and the gimbal at the same time. Sick. You know what I need? I need to... You got a few napkins? Just in case I get messy, bro. True Kitchen. Yeah, True Kitchen, they're doing all right. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Almost effed up. All right, coffee can. Do-do-do-do-do. There's actually a couple of people sitting in there for some reason. In my spots. Oh, I can't wait to have this. I'm psyched. Can't wait for AMA. This is my favorite show of the week. What's going on out there? Oh, no way. I just walked in that door. Who freaking broke it? I'm not going over there. Well, maybe I am. Duh. Whoa. Somebody did that or it just fell?
Girl, she like pulled it really hard and it fell because they both got kicked out.
Oh, dang. Dang. So they kicked some chicks out and they whipped the door so hard that they broke it on the ground. Uh-oh. Oh, she's kind of in my spot. She's going to be listening to all my... Oh, they're kind of in my spot. Everyone's in my spots. Where are we gonna go? I'll go over here. She's gonna have to listen to me AMA like a freak. Alright. I survived. I didn't spill a freaking drop. I'm gonna sit at this table and put the camera on that table. That sounds like a plan and a half. Wait, one more. Bonk. What up? Let's get situated. It feels so far away. I missed the drama. That could have made a good short. Did you check out that short I put up? What was it? How tilapia are nasty. That thing has like, I put it up last night. You know, like when I'm editing other stuff, I'm like, oh, maybe this will be a short. And I've been trying it out because I gotta please YT, you know. And that short's got like 5,000 views on it already. What's on my agenda for tomorrow? It's already telling me my agenda for tomorrow. I ain't done yet, bro. Okay, I'm gonna fire up this here chat activities, and then we'll get busy. Alright, let's see, where are we here? Oh, notify me. Notify me, bro. Am I live? Yeah, I think I'm live. We missed it. Yeah, I mean, I think that was a pretty funny short. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you gotta admit it. I don't know how many people watched it, and people like trying to correct me. They were just like, "Hey, Bror Fredrik, all fish eat their poop." I'm like, okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got? 78 people on. I'm a little hot. I just missed that by like 30 seconds when I walked in. That would have been fun. Them security guards weren't chasing nobody though. But yeah, that's destruction of property. They could get effed up. Alright. Let me say hello to some people as I ritualize my coffee here. Let's see. 69 people, that's it. Oh, is there a big fire sale going on somewhere? Tom, Mac, Janice, Angie Venus, Gary M, Angry Sweet, Angie, Sony, Maria, my own messages, yeah, Carolyn, Amy. Let's check this coffee first. Keith, Bubba. The mods are in the house. Venus, Janice, Mary. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. It's gonna be in good shape. Let's see. I did Jim Wolf. Alright, everyone's here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Shout out Texas. What up, Sean? BSKY, Ron Radio. Watch the video and give it a thumbs up. But tilapia are tasty and good, but they eat their own poop, you know? I just thought it was funny. You know, and I'm kind of glad I didn't get in on that business deal. Because, yeah, the guy was like, oh man, we're going to be like the kings of tilapia. But maybe we would have been like Forrest Gump and Bubba. We would have had like Bror Gump's tilapia like franchises all over the world. I don't know. I never checked in on him. Maybe he's freaking swimming in money right now. But I don't know. Alright, let's see. And I think, let's see. Maria gave me an early super chat with a question, and I will definitely answer that question, and thank you, Maria, in advance. So let me get out of this. Let me like my own video. Okay, we're good. All right. I think I need some water first. I don't know why. So that's the second door that's busted. I mean, if you swing a door hard, like one of those doors, it should not come off the hinges and kill someone. I mean, yeah, that was like a, you know, a D maneuver to whip the door. At least that's what that girl told us. But, still, it shouldn't fall off its hinges and smash on the ground. That could have hurt someone. And that's the second door that's busted, because the middle one got busted too. So that leads me to believe they have a door busting problem that goes beyond people just acting a fool. But they should catch her. They'll probably have her on camera and whatnot. Alright, Jim Wolf says, hit the thumbs up. Alright, before we get started, because it is AMA Day and it is my favorite day of the week, BCDC, I will, BCDC, thank you for the 7 Bananagramas, and I will answer that question. Yours and Maria's come first. Alright, let's see. Now I'm getting caffeine in my system. I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, you know how to do it. I got all the links, I got all the stuffs and all that kind of whatevers. I'm not going to bore you with that. You know what to do. You've been around long enough. Either with me or, you just know. So it's all good. And it is AMA Day, which is Ask Me Anything. So I wouldn't say ground rules, but the rules, if there is such a thing, I'll answer just about anything. It doesn't have to be about me. It can be about you. You want advice? You know I'm your life coach. You know I'm a part-time philosopher. It could be about you. I'll help you work through something. It could be about me. It could be about the script. It could be about the moon. I don't care. I'm just open to answering questions and getting a healthy dialogue going. I heard someone yell out there. Maybe the other door fell. I'm not going to give you my driver's license number, my social security number, my date of birth, nor where I live. So, that's futile. If I feel something too personal, I will dance around it, but I'll still answer it. But that's about it. And, of course, questions attached to Super Chat. You don't have to pay me to answer questions, but questions attached to Super Chat are going to get a priority because I get to see them, and if someone's going to Super Chat me to ask a question, I'm going to answer it. That's just the way it goes. And I'll answer as much as I can. If I don't get to it now, it's just because I don't see it, not because I'm ignoring it, and yeah. So, a little more coffee. And I did write a letter to corporate to tell them they should open this place, but the longer they leave it closed, the more people are going to realize it's not the place to be in 2023. All right, let's see here. So going back to questions, you got a Katy Perry commercial? Did you see the final shows? Katy Perry. I wouldn't know any of her music if I tripped over it. I'm just not a fan. Anyone who sings, the poop. I mean, that's like tilapia level stuff. Is she a tilapia? Is her middle name tilapia or something? But people love her, I don't know. Whatever. I ain't knocking it. All right. BCDC 78 with the kind super chat says, hi, despite you saying all the slots are too tight, you still play. Kinda. I think the last time I played slots, I'm not gonna make it a two-parter. It's time you update your list of best places to play on the strip. And yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I do need to update those videos. Those videos still get like 100 views a day. Best places to play slots, and I do kind of stand behind them actually because they probably still are. I think I would like eliminate Excalibur at this point. I would still keep the Win up on the list, but unfortunately, I honestly do not play all that much anymore because it just seems so futile. I work too hard to just donate money. And that's kind of what it's been. The last time I played slots was live at the Bellagio, and that was, holy cow, what was that, that was over a month ago. So I just walked past them like they don't even exist anymore. No, maybe I played offline. I played a little bit of that new game with the 3 stacks of firecrackers, and the first time I played, I turned like $60 into like 250 in like 5 minutes, and I was just like, this is the game for me, but they saw me coming. That is a dopamine freak show. because it's worse. It's actually worse than dancing drums, you know, because you see the thing going like this, and you're like, oh my God, all it's gonna take is another $100, and you know, I'm gonna be a millionaire and all that other shit. This has 3 of them, and sometimes you can get all 3. Sometimes you could start out at the bottom and just one thing sends it all the way to the top. Other times they could sit all the way at the top and never ever hit. It's just like there's like 5 levels of dopamine destruction that machine does. So I don't recommend it. It's fun. I mean, if you got the deep enough pockets and it's just for fun, go for it. I gotta get onto that Wi-Fi. My chat is moving slow. Let's get on that Wi-Fi real quick. So yes, you were right. I probably should update them. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm really not playing slots all that much lately because sign into network. Now I gotta give them all my personal information. Let me give them a beater email address. I got like 10 beater email addresses. What's my name? Jim. Last name Belushi. How do you spell Belushi? I should know, it's my name. Yeah, Belushi, that's good. What country am I in? United States. You gotta give all this information because they're gonna send marketing to you, but I'll never see it. What is my zip code? 90210 Beverly Hills. You know why they give you the better internet when you give them a better zip code? Birth. Oh, what's my, okay. December 25th. I used to do it like, I used to make it like 1904 and they wouldn't send me anything. So I gotta like get a millennial thing up. Let's say, how about we say 1989? So they send me like modern stuff. What's my gender? All right, now I know. Am I 18? Yes. Get free Wi-Fi access. This one connects automatically because I'm here so often. Weird no. Oh, that coffee's good. I'm gonna need a refill like really soon. Oh, household income, I forgot. $1,999,999 plus. I always tell them that because they give you the better Wi-Fi. They're like, oh, this dude's a player. Pro tip. Alright, there we go. Connected to that Wi-Fi. Let me get back on this chat activities here. Oh, I got all sorts of questions. Holy cow. Alright. Let me go back to the chat activity, the fan funding they call it. That's the button. Okay, BCDC. You're right, I will do one. I don't know how far that's going to get, you know, being that I'm going to be a little like, you know, about it. But yeah, the list definitely has shuffled. So yeah, maybe it is worth doing. So thank you for that reminder and thank you for that super chat. Maria, back in the beginning, she asked, what boxer or fighter, a living or dead, would I like to fight? None. None. I mean, I just have no interest in like fighting any current boxers or fighters. If the question was who would I like to be involved in a fight with, like, you know, back to back, me and you against world, bro, I would say Jet Li. I'd like to be in a Jet Li movie, me and him kicking some ass and whatnot. Yeah, like this is so weird having this over here. You think? Whatever. I'm moving. I'm getting over here. Let's do this. I don't like turning my head every 30 seconds. There's like 2 people like 10 feet from me. Not 10 feet, like 4 feet from me. But they ain't paying attention to me. Not that I care, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to ruin their day either. Alright, let's get this on point. Alright, that's good. I think the light was a little better over here though. Yeah, the lighting is better over here. Look, the lighting is... Okay. Alright, I'm not avoiding your questions. But the lighting is better over here. Alright. Yeah, hell yeah. Alright. Here we go. So I'm get all my shites together over here. Yeah, much better lighting. Okay, so yeah, I would like to hang out with Jet Li, but honestly, at this stage of my life, you know, not an age thing, but just in a mentality thing, I just have no interest in fighting for anything but the truth, myself, my loved ones, and those who cannot defend themselves. That I will go to war for. But for casual sport, I got like zero to prove. You know, I've had hundreds, literally hundreds of fights in my life. You know, both sanctioned and unsanctioned, whatnot. So, you know, I'm just like over it. I'm at a point, I mean, you know, take a look at the face. You know, I look good from like back here, but the closer you get, you can see I've been punched in the face a few times, you know? Kicked in the face too. But it is what it is. I'd rather be, how would I say? What would be the best terminology? I'd prefer to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So that's how I view myself. You know, I'm like the warrior who's just like pruning plants right now, you know, just chilling out. But, you know, shit, it's a fan. I'll take care of business. But other than that, I have no interest. I mean, I've done so much. You know, like that was part of my thing back when, you know, like the schools that I went to, I don't care how long this live goes, so I'm gonna just keep talking. I'm gonna give in-depth answers. The seafood that I ended up discipling to, Guamin Sang, there's two types of seafoods. Let me take it a step back. One who accepts challenges and one that does not. One who's like, you know, I earned my bones and all that. I don't accept challenges anymore. And then there's seafoods who are like, I'll take all comers, you know? But my school, my group, my clique, he still accepted challenges. Now, traditionally, if you want to challenge a master or a seafood, whether you're from the streets or from another school, from, you know, down the block, we used to have like turf wars. Like if someone opened up another school within like X amount, you know, it'd be some conflicts going on and whatever. But in order to challenge a master, a seafood, the thinking was, well, listen, if you can't beat my Todai, if you can't beat my disciples, I ain't touching hands with you. So every time someone walked in, it was like, you know, and some of them came in respectful, some of them came in like douches, and they're like, I challenge you to, you know, touch hands. And then it was like, I know where this is going, you know, because like, if you can't beat my Todai, my Guilo, white, round eye, over there, I ain't touching hands with you. So I'd have to deal with it all, you know, and for years. And then being, you know, Caucasian and round eye and whatnot, Guilo Fu, I touched hands with a lot of people. A lot of people. And that's why I have these permanent things, because this was me for a long time. Watch. That was me. You know, I mean, I could snap out of it, but that's why I got the horns right there, because it was like, what? You know, so now I prefer to be a gardener. I mean, a warrior in a garden. Now, let me pull up a pic real quick, so people don't think I'm talking out my ass. Oh, there we go. I'm turning this around real quick. I'll show you stuff. I'll show you stuff real quick. Hold on. Let me flippity flop this around real quick. That's me and my seafood. What up? Well, I'm insane. That guy in the background, like, it's so blurry. That was like a Polaroid or something. That guy right there is Lam Sai Wing, disciple of Wang Fei Hung, and back to there. I'll let my screen shut off really quick. And that's Masifu Waimin-Sang, who's a direct descendant of Lam Sai Wing. And I discipled to him, and that is my proof, because you do not get a picture like that without having proof. And I also have the wax stamp and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, anytime someone was like, you know, and he didn't play, you could tell he don't play neither, right? He don't play whatsoever, and you know I wasn't playing back then either. So yeah, so every time someone came in and, you know, either wanted to disrespect the school or just touch hands, it was like, you know, Gualafu. Take care of the situation for us, and I'd be like, let's do it. And that was me back in the day too. Fwah. My demo thing that I used to do was butterfly knives. I could whip some butt with some butterfly knives. That's me. That I think was on one of the nights of when I discipled, how to put a suit on and whatnot. That's me under the head doing the thing. Let's see, maybe I got one or two other pictures. Let's see right here. Dun, 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 dun. No. Then we went up to the temple afterwards and whatever. Yeah, so that's my history. So right now, I'm currently a warrior that chills out in the garden, unless you have for me. Or the people around me. Then you're gonna get that side. But for the most part, people don't want to see that side of me. That the scowl. All right, but I'm in a great mood. All right, let's see what else is going on here. 119 people. Okay, Janice, thank you for the 5 Bananagramas. Enough of that. We both love John Wick movies. What is your other favorite action scenes, and what fights do you think are the most realistic? Unfortunately, none. I mean, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, none. I've been in so many, and I've never, the concept of a fight lasting more than like 30 seconds, 15 seconds is, I've just never seen it. Like, even though I was in, you know, in these situations, they ended fast. And you could usually tell who's going to win right off the bat, you know, because of just the level of, you know, who's ever more like wants it worse but doesn't let their emotions take control is definitely going to win. No such thing as a knife fight because everyone gets hurt. You know, it's all that kind. That's all Hollywood bullshit. Because I can tell you what, in a knife fight, nobody comes out on. There are no winners in a knife fight. Let's see. As far as scenes go, I mean, I truly enjoy. I mean, all right, go see if you can still find it, if it's out there, anywhere. There's 5 volumes, but Jet Li is in them, and Once Upon a Time in China. It's like the supposed story of Wang Fei Hung, but glamorized with, you know, high-flying wire activities. But there's some great stuff in there. Realism, yeah, John Wicks are absolutely awesome. And I can't think of other ones off the top of my head that I'm just like, wow, that was freaking boss. Oh, I know. You want like a little more real than John Wick? Because John Wick is like, you know, Baba Yaga, you know, he's just like invincible. He's a freaking cyborg and whatnot. Half that stuff would never happen. Oh, I just been shot twice. We're good. Let me keep going. You know, I mean, that's never going to happen in real life. You know, he would have bled out like every single time. But go see Nobody with the dude from Better Call Saul, Nobody. That is a fantastic movie. There's some bullshit in there too, but the scenes are more realistic. It shows that nobody walks away from a fight truly unscathed. I mean, you know, in the fights that I've been in, you can't tell who won other than one dude's standing and one dude's on the ground. You just don't walk away unscathed. So yeah, go check out Nobody. That's a little more realistic because it shows you that, you know, you don't wanna go down that road unless you're really ready. Bro, last AMA you asked me, you said you can call me, just email you. I don't know if I said I was gonna call you or not, to be perfectly honest, because I really don't call anyone. But I will look for that email. I honestly will. I mean, maybe through Facebook Messenger or something, but I generally don't use my phones to contact people. You know, no offense, but it's just a thing. You know, I'm all about the security. But I will look for that email. I absolutely promise, and thank you for that 5 Bananaramas. Who are you rooting for in the movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Oh, that's an interesting one. Thank you, Joe Q, for that 5 Bananaramas. I would say the bad. Believe it or not. What was his name? What was that dude's name? Clint Eastwood, the other dude, and the other dude. I kind of dug the other dude a little bit. I kind of had I was kind of like having a bromance with him. Yeah, I think the bad should have won that, but he was kind of bad, you know, he's a bad dude. But that was a great movie. I mean, I love those old spaghetti westerns. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch that because you mentioned it. But I think I was rooting for, I mean, what's his name? I forgot their names. I can't believe I forgot their names. But the Ugly. You know, he was an asshole, but like a lovable asshole. But Clint is the man. He's like my surrogate father. I learned a lot from him. Alright, let me pop over to the All Messages tab. Lee Van Cleef. There we go. Lee Van Cleef. Thank you very much, everyone. Now, yeah, I was going to say Lee. I almost went to Lee Marvin, but I was like, nah, Lee Van Cleef. That is a good security policy. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I have like burner phones for all intents and purposes. I have like 8 phones that are active, you know, and like 3 of them are just sitting in a drawer, but still. Eli Wallach. Looking to purchase a dash cam for the front and rear that's easy to use. Do you know of any? I was looking into the same thing recently. I actually have a playlist of ones I was looking at, you know. I will, I'll let you know. I genuinely was just recently thinking about that. So yeah, okay, I appreciate that. I will look at that, and I will look for you, and I will let you know. I was stuck in an elevator in Philadelphia. I had my first phone, I had reception, it was fine. What's going on? You were stuck in an elevator. Alright, Tuco, Eli Wallach. I haven't seen that movie in years. I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. Have I ever been stuck in an elevator? No, I have not been stuck in an elevator. Let me think about this a second. No. I think I would freak out. I think I would go like all John Wick, to be honest. If I got stuck in an elevator somewhere, I would like climb. I don't even know if it's true. I'm gonna check in the next elevator I'm in. If like in every movie, there's a hatch that you move aside at the top, and you know, you climb up on the top and all that type of stuff, and then you're, you know, doing all this stuff. So I'm gonna see if that's actually true. But that's what I would do, because I have no patience to wait for nothing. So I gotta go look. John Wick got killed. John Wick and Nobody was written by the same dude? I did not know that. When did you start shaving my skull? Fletch lives. Forever. Honestly, I mean, I had a few periods in my life where I let it grow out, whatever. I'm just not a hair dude, you know? I don't know. I feel more, how would I say, authoritative with like no hair or high and tight. I've just been wearing this. I mean, literally, I haven't grown my hair in over a decade. I mean, I have some. I was looking at some old pictures of myself where I did grow it out and all that type of stuff. But those are like 20 years old. So yeah, I mean, it's like a pain in the ass. You know, my hair is. I'll be honest. You know, because we're gonna get in depth here. My hair is freaking weird. If I grow it out, it'll look perfect for like a week. And then once I miss that 1 week period where it's like, damn, my hair looks pretty good. Getting to that point, I don't like it. After that point, I don't like it. So I'd have to like go get my hair cut like at that point every freaking week. And I did that for a while because, you know, I got a little bit of the vanity going on, but it just became an enormous pain in the ass. And it's just so much easier to shave it, trim it, you know, and I'm done. I mean, I wake up, I'm ready to go. Let's see. Is this guy related to Ice-T? Who? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Alright. Let's see. I'm looking for more questions here. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Tom Mac, two types of people in this world. What are they? I mean, that's subjective. There's a lot of answers, but I would say off the cuff, I would say, thanks for those 2 bananas. I would say there's people who let life happen to them, and there's people who happen in life. I'd say those are the distinct differences, and I think most people right now just allow life to happen to them. You know, they just go with the flow, they vacillate, they don't have any conviction, and life just happens to those people. And then they complain, and, you know, life sucks, and they blame it on the man, blame it on whatever. But deep down inside, they're just letting life happen to them because, you know, they're not out either making moves or, you know, they're not independent critical thinkers or whatever. But I think for the most part, either people let life happen to them or they make waves of their own. Something like that. This look, yeah, Marie Bella, yeah, it's kind of, I'm thinking about just shaving the rest of it off too. I mean, I just don't have time anymore. It's just so much easier to, as I'm on the phone or as I'm checking my calendar or even while I'm editing, you know, to just go with my thing, shave my head. I might just shave the top off too. F it. So I don't know if that was an answer. Yeah, The Wild Bunch was a good movie too. It was boss AF. Let's see. You got stuck in an escalator once when the power went. You got stuck in an escalator. You're joshing us. Alright, let's go back and see. Bro, attitude, call, the Vegas is happening anymore. Alright, I will start. The pound 67, the pound 69, all those like secret codes actually work? I didn't know that. I haven't done that in so long. I mean, I could probably count on like one hand the amount of people like actually have a phone number to me that works. Steven Seagal, how real is his martial arts? I mean, he's kind of a big dude, so that plays into it, but other than that, you know, he was pretty much fake. You know, he is pretty much fake. I mean, I hate to say it, but he's pretty much fake. And even like some of the like, I mean, I'm not calling Jet Li fake or whatever, but a lot of the you know, like the Saturday afternoon kung fu guys, you know, him being one of them, that's wushu. Wushu and actual gung fu, it's not kung, it's kung, but it's gung. Gung fu means hard work. They're not the same thing. Wushu was designed for performance. You know, it's like a higher level, like think of it like martial arts ballet. That's what it technically is. So most of the guys that you see are, you know, in the Asian field, more wushu than actual fighters. They still look friggin' badass, but half of that shit don't work. Neither does the rolling around on the ground stuff that you see on on modern MMA. I mean, that stuff sounds nice and everything. Oh, roll around the ground, yada, yada, yada. But that doesn't account for some dude, okay, oh, you got me in a headlock? Wait. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work in real application, It just doesn't. I mean, it can. I'm not saying it's totally useless. But life and death, I don't want to be rolling around on the ground with anyone while his friends stomp my brains in, or my friends stomp your brains in. Rolling around on the ground is just like, I mean, it's nice for the ring because there's referees and there's rules, no eye gouging, no foreign objects, and the first thing I'll say it right now, first thing I'm gonna do in a fight these days is I'm gonna pick up the first foreign object I see. It's just the way it is, because fighting nowadays is basically life and death, so I'm gonna pick up the first garbage pail that I see, and you're gonna have to fight me in a garbage pail, I'm gonna, whatever, this coffee cup, I'm just gonna knock you in the head with it, because, I mean, I don't think there's any honor in getting your ass kicked. Never mind, this. I don't believe people should jump in, but... So when you're dealing with a mentality like that, do you want to roll around and be fully engaged with another individual and trying to get them in rear naked chokes? Because in the ring, they're just like, oh, let me figure out how to do this. If I move my hips this way, and if I turn this way, and I'll turtle my... in a real fight, it's going to be like, all right, I'm going to have one thing here, and it's like, oh, you got a butter knife? Oh, thank you very much. And what am I going to do with it? I'm just going to go like this. Does it work? Yeah. When there's a rules and everything. But that's all I'm saying. I wouldn't invest, especially women. Women, don't get involved in like wrestling stuff or anything like that. Angie says, anyone still using the collagen? What are you mixing it with? You're not a tea or coffee drinker. I mix mine personally with my protein shake, and I never even know it's there. Plain water makes it a little weird, and like the consistency gets a little weird, especially if you let it sit. If I don't mix it in that, I mix it with some liquid IV, some water, and I just down it within a few minutes of putting it in there. Like, I'll shake it up and I will down it like ASAP, because if you let the collagen sit, it gets a little thick and gummy and whatnot. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world. I don't put the collagen in anything that's hot, because that supposedly kills off the potency. So I wouldn't put it in hot coffee, hot tea. You can put fiber. I do put some fiber in my, if I forget in my protein shake, let's say, I'll toss some in the coffee and whatnot. But you don't want to heat up your collagen, put it in anything hot, and you don't want to heat up, I mean, I don't know who's using it, but creatine is another one. I do a lot of creatine, keeps me pumped. Don't put that in anything hot. Yeah, it's nasty, just plain water. You need something to break it with. Something that's a little tart kills off that that pasty flavor, like orange juice, apple juice. Yeah, that's a good thing. Coffee with your collagens. The rule is dirty fighting is legal, no holds. Well, yeah, because that's just the way it is. I'm not a big fan of getting my ass kicked. So I'm not gonna be like, with a white glove. I challenge you, sir. No, I'm gonna be just like looking around and find like something I can hit you with. That's just me. But for the most part, people do fight dirty. Mighty Bull with the 2 banana rounders. Happy Friday to you too. Let's see. I saw another question. Put it in a blender with 2 ounces of water, some blueberry. Yeah, mix. Yogurt's a good one. Yogurt, or put it in your kefir. if you're on the kefir thing, I got a whole video about that. Put it in the kefir. You'll never even notice it. But women aren't really big into kefir. Bror, my case is, what is the first thing you know about? Expound upon that. What is the first thing I know? What is the first thing you know? The first thing I don't know. Just refine that a little bit, because I do want to answer that, but I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, don't heat up your collagen. It kills off the effectiveness of it. All right, where to go? Your laptop's working. Has it ever happened? Has ever a small gesture? You know, that's Tom Mac. Has it ever happened that a small gesture from a stranger made a big impact on you? Matter of fact, that happened 2 days ago. I'm a little behind on comments on the YT channel. You know, I usually do, you know, a like or a heart, Sometimes I answer, you know, but I just can't answer everyone. But I try to like and heart, acknowledge that they're there. And I do read them all. That's a given. Even the crappy ones, you know, because sometimes the crappy ones are, it's that guy. That guy's like, is he spying on me? This dude here? Keep an eye on him. Tell me if he's going to jump me. A couple days ago, you know, I just like to acknowledge him. That's all I'm saying. A couple days ago, I did, because, you know, I've been putting up the shorts because I noticed whenever my views start dropping, like, you know, this video should have got, you know, a couple thousand views. It only has like 800. I'm just like, ugh. And then it dawns on me, I'm like, oh, I haven't put up a short in a while. If you don't put up shorts on a regular basis on YT, they just throttle the rest of your shit. They just punish you. They are so brutal about punishing their partners for not playing along with rules they don't know about, don't understand, or that are hidden, or they don't tell you. You just have to learn by negative experience, like Pavlovian training. So when I noticed my views dipping, I'm like, oh shit, haven't done a short in a while, so I gotta pop up some shorts. Anyway, I digress. So I put up a short the other day, and someone put on one of my shorts. I forgot what it was about. You know, I've been putting up, you know, some of the content, and everyone knows I've been changing up my content. You know, I'm not talking about the 5 best places to eat shrimp in Las Vegas. You know, I'm talking about life. And someone put, hey, bro, that was awesome. I think you found your calling. And, you know, stranger, I don't know the person. I mean, I've seen the name in the chat and whatnot. But that had an impact on me because, you know, this transition, I just bent that spoon. Not like Neo, not like that. I just bent it because it was bothering me. This transition has not been easy, and it's not going to be easy, but it is taking place. You know, the channel seems like it's, you know, kind of flat right now, but it's anything but, believe it or not. You know, for every, like, I'm losing people at the same rate I'm gaining them right now, because there's some people who just want to know the 5 best places to eat shrimp in Las Vegas, or, hey, you know, just shut up and point your camera at the lights, and that's fine. You know, I don't take that personal because that's what they originally subscribed to. And now, you know, I'm their life coach, you know, and some people are just like, you know, not what I came for. So, cool. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. And I thank everyone who, you know, stuck with it regardless. There's other people like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm glad you did that. And this individual, so like I said, it hasn't been the most easiest transition. Monetarily, time-wise, it's taken more time. You know, the highs and lows of, you know, the transition have been interesting. You know, but I know I'm on the right path. Regardless, it's what I want to do, and it's what's best for my life. And I think it's best in general, you know? I mean, I just want to share knowledge and wisdom and explore topics with, you know, people who think like not think like myself. You don't have to think like me. I don't care if you agree with me or not. But people who like to think and like to have conversations and like to explore concepts and like to, a little deeper. When I say think like me, I mean like deeper thinkers, because I'm a deeper thinker. I'm not, some things I'm shallow like a puddle, and other things I'm freaking deep as the ocean. So the transition has been interesting. It's been a cool journey. I'm figuring things out. I'm finding my way in that space per se, finding my way around studio activities and things. I've been in there my whole life, but it's like, what do I want to project? So when that person said, this was great, and I think you found your niche, however you choose to pronounce it, that was a blessing, that came out of nowhere, and I just felt good after reading that. I know a lot of people get it, but that was the first. I'll be honest, that was the first time. And I don't know this person personally, we've never hung out, in Vegas. He's never come to the Bror Nation get-togethers. Hope he does in the future. The first thing you know, old Jet's a millionaire. That's cool. Thank you, Mike. First thing you know, old Jet's a millionaire. However, that was the first acknowledgement of what I'm trying to accomplish. Other people have acknowledged it, but not like, bro, I see what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. Been waiting for you to do it. I can't wait to see you succeed at what you. Nobody said that to me yet. Not even like the regulars. I'm not pointing my fingers at anyone, but a total stranger was just like, bro, you found your niche, And I was just like, I felt good. I'll be honest, I felt good. I was just like, that was like some validation. And I always say, don't live on validation, but, past few months has been, kind of up and down with the whole thing. So that little bit of validation meant a whole lot, and it came from a total stranger. I think there's a lot of people on this channel who tolerate me more than anything else. If I'm totally honest, I think a lot of you just tolerate me, But a lot of you, I think you love me, and I love you guys too. Does Wayne Newton give a good show? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Looks, like the fact that him and Mickey Rourke are becoming indistinguishable, that throws me off a bit. His voice isn't what it used to be, but he's still a consummate professional. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Wayne Newton. Oh, Fletch says, most deaf. Bro, what up? Bror to me seems like my cool older brother. That's cool. I will take that. I will freaking take that. Yeah, I'll take that all day. Thank you very much. Have I been to the... Well, that question's not for me. What is the title? Oh, I actually do want to write a memoir eventually. I do. I got so much stuff to get off my chest, but I don't have the patience for it. I'm going to have to get a ghostwriter and just, compile my stories. It would be something to the effect of from rags to riches, and I finally figured it out. I think that would be the thing. From rags to riches, from rags to riches, somewhere in between, and finally figuring shit out, and then on the way back to riches again. That would be sort of, I'd have to think of something clever along those terms that would express that I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've been member of country clubs, all over the country, and I've also lived in my van. I've seen every aspect of life. You'll be hard pressed to catch me off guard with anything that I haven't experienced. I've seen it all, and I've done nearly everything. So you'd be hard pressed to find a subject I can't discuss or relate to. So, yeah, it's not like, that's not bragging rights. I hope you guys cannot say the same, but, it's what it is. But I got tons of stories. Yeah, rags to riches and up and down and all around. We're going to have to go get a coffee soon. Because this one's done, and I'm just getting amped up now. All right, let's see. I dig that flip. You the man. I've never been to Vegas. Oh, I just got my first commercial. What up? What is this? Desert Diamond Jewelers. I hear them on the radio all the time, but I don't feel like hearing them now. But I do need some more coffees. All right, let's see. What else are we talking about here? Sign. Yeah, my life has been a big sine wave. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I wouldn't trade any of it. I wouldn't trade the days I had to live in my van. I wouldn't, you know. I wouldn't trade the days I was, a member of a country club and people were freaking wiping my clubs and kissing my ass. You know, I've seen both sides. You know, I've seen affluence and, I've seen the gutter. And I wouldn't trade neither one of them, because if I changed a single iota of my life, I wouldn't be the same person. And quite frankly, when I get up in the morning and I look in the mirror, time changes, but I still like what I see in the mirror. I like the person I see in the mirror. I'm not perfect, I'm far from perfect. I could be an asshole. I could be a lot of things. I can act like one, but I'm not. I'm always looking over my shoulder. But I think my good qualities far outweigh my bad, and I own every single one of them, and I'm self-aware. I know, I know me. Again, people be hard-pressed to point out, stuff that I don't already know. But I wouldn't trade none of it, because it molded me into the person I am now, and I'm okay with it. Let's see. Never been to Vegas before. Where should you stay? Orange Ski Mask says. Put a budget on that, and I'll answer it. Because right away I'm going to tell you to go stay at the Wynn. But if you don't have the Wynn budgetary concerns, then we'd have to talk about something else. So, yeah. I've been around the world, and let's see. Of all the aspects of your life, you have been in all the aspects of life you have been, in what is your best? The best aspect of my life. That's a good question. I function the best in my life when people are counting and depending on me. That might sound far-fetched, that might sound like anomalous to a lot of people, but being dependent on and being counted upon to get things done, get things accomplished, be the rock in the harbor, well, not the rock in the harbor, but the rock in the storm, I'm suited for that. I could take a lot of shit on my shoulders, and it just brings out the best of me. When I'm idle, when I don't have some type of pressure levied upon me, I can be like a little lax, and I still get shit done, but it's very rare I don't have pressure upon me. But when the chips are down, that's when I'm at my best. That's when I'm firing on all cylinders. Whether that's sustainable to the day I die, whether I'm gonna burn out one day, I don't know. But it just brings out the best of me. Knowing that people depend on me, knowing that I'm providing value, knowing that and I even get that same edification from. It's one of the reasons I do this channel. Like I said, behind the scenes, if you knew that you got all involved, you'd be like, what you doing, bro? But some of it comes from, the personal edification. Like, if I could say something, and I just know it sometimes, that I said something that I was just, came down this way, and I projected it out that way. And I know someone needed to hear it. I know it from like the bottom of my soul, that what I just spoke, maybe not everyone got it, But there's someone, somewhere, at some point, who listened to that, whatever I just happened to bust with, it just made a difference, you know? I just know it sometimes, and sometimes that gives me satisfaction. So 1,000 other people, like, you know, went over their head, and one person was just like, I needed to hear that, you know? And I know it. Some people send me messages, but it's just in my core knowledge that I have, that I know that something happened, you know, something happened. Anyway. But yeah, do I have a fire alarm story from my past? A fire alarm? Like literal fire? Let me think. No. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you something that happened the other night related to fire and smoke. I don't know if that's exactly what you're talking about, but this is good. This dude's over here. Should I be a Karen and stomp on his First Amendment rights? He's over here taking pictures of what? I don't know. Of the actual bar for some reason. He's going to write a letter to corporate too. Anyway, the other night, I need coffee. The other night, I smelled burning something. Like, I went outside. I was like, is someone's house on fire in the neighborhood? I went outside. I was looking to smoke. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I've been going to bed at like 3 and 4 in the morning and waking up at like 7 and 8. I don't know why. It's just been a thing lately. So I'm smelling, don't smell anything outside. Walk back inside, it smells like something's burning, you know, and it was freaking me out. It was freaking me out. I got all my smoke detectors, they're hardwired with battery backups, you know, so I didn't have to check batteries. You know, I went around pressing them, but there wasn't like smoke. It was just like a smell of old wood. Like, not, okay, it didn't have the smell of, this is what got me concerned. It did not have the smell of tree. It did not have a smell of logs. It had the smell of lumber, like 2x4s and 2x6s. There's a big difference. You know, I've had campfires, cut down a tree, throw the log on the fire, boom, you know, you're good. And I've also burned 2x4s and 2x6s and 2x8s, you know? And I know that smell. And I'm smelling that. And I spent like hours. I'm just like, and then okay, relax. Because I'm thinking I'm going to freaking get torched in my sleep. And I don't want to go out like that. So I'm like going around the house. I'm in the bathroom. I'm going inside cabinets. I'm just like sniffing. And it would stop because I got used to it, and then like 2 seconds later I would smell it again. I didn't go to bed that night, you know. I went to bed, but I didn't go to sleep because I was like, I just don't want to go down like that, you know. I'm like, what is that, fire inside a wall, or, you know, because it was not outside. It was in my place, but maybe it was in my brain. I don't know if that means anything or not, but holy cow, that was disturbing. You know, like that. I just didn't want to fall asleep and wake up dead. I mean, we're all gonna someday, but I don't want to wake up dead like that, you know, like a crispy critter. So, yeah. Ugh. Like, I think burning and drowning would probably be the suckiest way to go if it was me. Alright. I think I gotta walk over there and go get me some coffee. Donna's gonna be here for New Year's Eve. What up? No, it didn't smell. It legitimately, I was thinking about all that too afterwards. Like the next day, I'm like, isn't there something where your brain, if you smell like burnt toast or avocados, that, you know, you got a brain tumor or something? And I don't think about that because I don't really care. You know, if I die, I die. Who cares, you know? Because whatever's after this is awesome. And this, not that this isn't awesome, but I ain't afraid of death. That's just the Nordic in me, you know? it's just like, whatever, you know, death, whatever. I don't fear it because I don't think at the end of my life that I'm going to be eaten by maggots and I cease to exist. I know there's a life, you know, there's an afterlife, you know, and I know it's going to be awesome compared to this. So, you know, why the people who truly fear death, you know, tend to be people who, you know, don't have those type of beliefs. That's just been my experience. But I have them. So whatever happens, happens, you know. I just prefer not to be cooked in my own bed. That would suck. But it wasn't one of those. It legitimately smelled like someone was burning old 2x4s. You know, I do legitimately know that smell because I've burnt a lot of 2x4s in my life. So, I don't know. Okay, Andrew, what's the best thing that happened to me this week? Was the same thing I mentioned before about that person who said, hey, Bror Fredrik, I think you found your niche, bro. Same thing. That was like that, you know, whoever that person was, reach out to me again. I'll reply to your comment, but that was freaking awesome. It made my week, you know, because like I know I don't need like other people to, you know, pat me on the back and tell me good boy, you know, don't worry, everything's gonna, you know, like when I set my sights on something, you know, I mean, I might have to take a few cider shots, you know, from 1,000 yards away, you know, might need a spotter going, low left, you know, and then I gotta tweak the scope a little bit, center low, and then the next one's a bullseye. I mean, that's how I deal with things in life too. I might, you know, take a little spotters, might need a few tracers to get into the bullseye, but I'm gonna hit the bullseye, so I don't need a whole lot of, you know, gassing up to do it. But, you know, YouTube's a little different creature because of the, you know, like, no matter what I do, like, I could do certain things, but if I don't, A, please the algorithm, and B, please my viewers, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's the only objective you can have in life that you don't get to do what you truly want to do or truly want to say. You always have to take other people's thoughts and how the algorithm works into consideration. Like I always say, some of my best videos, like I was just like, oh, I'm freaking Cecil B. DeMille's. What a masterpiece I just created. It flops. And then I could put up some stupid short about how tilapia eat their own shit, you know, and it goes viral. You just never know. So it's not, you know, I can influence it and try different formulas and different things, but ultimately it's up to the viewers and the algorithm whether they're going to respond to it or not, you know? So, you know, getting a little, you know, that was cool. That was cool. What are we talking about here? Did you ever stay home and do absolutely nothing? Asked Franklin. I stay home a lot. I mean, I think a lot of people think that, you know, I'm looking at a person in a bikini that in some circumstances you wouldn't think that person would wear a bikini. I can't say anything but that. Life is getting weird. Anyway, what the heck were we talking about? Oh, yeah, I do spend a lot of, I'm just as much, because of my personality, you know, I'm an extroverted introvert and an introverted extrovert. I'm a homebody who likes going on the strip once in a while, which is odd. I mean, I truly enjoy being on the strip and hanging out, especially when my bros are in town, and we chill and we laugh and we enjoy all the different aspects that the town has to offer. But I'm, you know, deep down inside, I'm also a homebody. You know, I enjoy my house. I enjoy where I live. You know, it's kind of nice. It's relaxing, you know. yeah, so I do spend a lot of time, especially because, you know, I technically work from home, the studio's home and everything like that, but I do spend more time at home than you'd actually think. I mean, I go through fever pitches. You know, I might be away for a couple days. Obviously, I'm not home. I might have to do up a convention, which, you know, for 2 weeks out of a month, you know, I might be at the house for like 2 or 3 hours. Other than that, you know, sleeping on sofas in a suite somewhere or whatever. But for the most part, I dig being at the house just as much. Yeah, you guys can. Whoa, stinky socks. What are you talking about? But doing absolutely nothing, I'm trying to come to terms with that. To answer part 2 of that, I used to be, how would I say? I used to be more, like, if I wasn't doing something, I'd actually feel guilty, you know? Like, because there's always something to do. In my world, there's always something to do, you know? You know, I got so many irons in the fires and, you know, living the startup life and all the rest of that. So much to do that if I ever, like, don't do anything, I don't relax, because it's like I'm thinking, well, I could have edited this, I could have answered this email, I could have, you know, called about my garbage disposal, I could have done this, could have done that, could have done, like, it just, you know, when I get to the place where I have a, like a gal Friday. I don't know if I'd have a dude Friday. Not that it's a sexist thing, but I think women are just far more organized when it comes to scheduling and calendars and stuff like that. I mean, I know there's exceptions, but when I have a, you know, an EA, my own EA, executive assistant, life will be a whole lot different. I'll be able to, like, chill out. That's gonna happen, I don't know, but that's a goal. That is one of my goals. So yeah, once I get to that place. But right now, I mean, at best, I think that's why I stay up till like 3 and 4 in the morning, to be perfectly honest. You know, like my night is kind of done at around midnight, and then, you know, I'll set up my bowl of ice cream and whatnot, and I'll just watch some bullshit on TV for a little while, some crap on frickin' YouTube, and not think about stuff. And I won't watch anything like in depth that I gotta think. I'll watch, like, you know, the mating habits of the, you know, Arctic penguin or some crap, just something to zone out. Or I'll watch, like, I tell you guys, I'll watch like wood turning videos, things like that, just to not think. And those are like micro vacations for me. But absolutely do nothing, I unfortunately, I just don't. I haven't achieved that yet in my life. Maybe I should one day. Alright, let's see. I think Donna had a question. Let me jump over to, oh, thank you very much. Donna says, buying your coffee, go get my coffee, and thanks for the stream. Thank you very much. I think I will. They haven't checked on me yet. Maybe I should give them one of these faces. This sells it, right? Alright, we're gonna have to make moves. I don't want to leave my shit here. My shite. Someone sent me a message. They were like, hey, Bror Fredrik, you shouldn't curse. You're better than that. You know, whenever someone says you're better than that, that's not what they mean. Always remember that. When someone says you're better than that, that is 100% not what they mean. What they really want to say is, I'm better than you. That's what they really mean. When someone says you're better than that, what they're really trying to say is, I am better than you, and I am thereby judging you. And I don't trust people who don't curse. Even a little bit. You know, drop a crap or a damn or a dang once in a while. Don't take the Lord's name in vain, but, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Let's go get number 2 coffee. And thank you, Donna. Alright, refill time. I got my milks. Should I bring the cup? Oh, we're gonna have a new coffee can. Empty coffee can. Coming up. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. Alright, I gotta put away this phone. It feels like frickin' midnight. What is it, like 6 o'clock or something ridiculous? It's so dark out. Who turned out the lights? Coffee can. Ah, there's the hostess with the mostesses. Wow, they are doing some fitness over here. What's up, man? He needs to get us our refill here. First thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. And I'm thinking of that. Get another? Yeah. How you doing? See, everyone's coming to this bar activity over here. I see what's going on. What did I say the other night? Eating at some of the best meals I've had lately have been eating at the bar at Bovette's rather than sit down. I'm not saying the sit down, any worse, but I don't know. Just something about not having to wait. It comes out so quick. And it comes out way quicker than if you were at a table for some reason. It's just still sizzling and beautiful. I don't know. It's just a vibe. Let me see what else you guys are talking about over here. What up? While we wait. We'll fire back up the chat activities. I look forward to this all week. I find this cathartic. Scott says, hello, bro. Very authentic. So, yeah, that's why I like it. I kind of dig it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, at the event, EA, that would be Janice. What do we got? 125 people? Alright, that's cool. Honestly, thank you for the big hug, bro. I appreciate that. Alright, oh, nice. That's awesome, brother. Alright, I'll be back in a few. Alright, we're off. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Engage, Popcam. Should I do that face again? I'd rather smile. What up? Alright. Wow, she does not look happy. Neither does he. Are they going through a divorce or something? Is that their last meal together? Dang. Alright. Whoa, this is full. Coffee can engaged. Let's see how I can do this. A flying coffee cup. And I got milk between the gimbal. Coffee engaged. I got amped off this coffee too. Oh shit. Someone closed that. It's gonna be tougher to get through. Alright, my shite is still there. Wonder what they did with that door. Oh, that's closed too. If you missed the beginning of the stream, they kicked these two women out of the mall, because there's technically Fashion Show Mall here, and they slammed the door, the glass door leading out to the strip, and they broke it. Came off the hinges and smashed. We'll go explore that in a few. I'm not going to use their ice cold coffee. Ice cold milk. I've been saving up this lukewarm one. Just this camera activity here. What up? Oh, that's better. Alright. I use this pouch like every day. Isn't that right? I want to focus on my face so bad. Alright, let's get some sugar in there. Let's put all the sugars in there. Ow, that's hot. I like this place. I highly recommend it. You want a place to just sit and chill. Unfortunately, the actual bar is not open. But check out these people here. I haven't run into one a-hole yet. I'll be honest, I had breakfast here once. Maybe I'll do that. Well, maybe I'll do a breakfast over here or whatever. I think they do lunch and then they have the bar. I think they got a menu. But I've never really eaten their full menu. Maybe I'll do that. I'll check out their food. But definitely check them out. They're cool. Anyone is cool to me, and I'm an acquired taste, will especially be cool to you. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a little bit of this frosty ass milk. Alright, let's fly back up the chat. See if we're still on the questions here. Because it's fun. I'm gonna move that into a little more cool thing. Ask me anything. Wow, that's far back. Wow, I'm lagged out since I shut it down. Alright, let's see here. Wow, that is firing up. You notice now the latest YouTube update, you can't like swipe up and then it drops down into the PIP. I knew they were gonna eventually make that a premium channel thing only. That blows. I mean, I used to be able to just swipe that up and have YouTube going that I could listen to and like maps so I can see where the hell I'm going. You can't do both. I mean, I could do it because, on a Samsung you can multitask and split screen and everything, but that freaking, I knew eventually they were gonna just tick out and make that a premium feature. I just freaking knew it. Alright, let's get back to, I'm still in my pictures over here. Oh, you want to see me in my golf days? I've done it all. That was me when I won speaking of country clubs, that was me when I won the club championship by 1 stroke. I wasn't a scratch golfer. My handicap was like a 2. So I was pretty damn good. But I won the club championship, kicked everyone's ass. What else I got here? Oh, okay. I posted that picture of me and Barry Pepper on the Bror Nation Facebook group. I encourage you to join. Me and him were friends for quite a while. We met over the radio show and cigars and whatnot, and we just kind of hit it off. And just in case, because there's people out there like, nah, what up? That was me in the radio show days. Oh, check out the freaking pocket handkerchief. Yeah, that was me and him chilling back in the day. He's a cool dude. I haven't seen him in years anymore, but just is what it is. Let me see what else is in here. That's a funny one. Me and Ronnie Coleman getting down with the gains. Ronnie Coleman's a cool dude. I mean, Ron Coleman trashed his body in order to get that huge, but he's a cool dude. I mean, yeah, Ronnie Coleman's a cool dude. They actually made a song about Ron Coleman. Just look up the Ronnie Coleman song. It's funny AF. All right. Let me get back into it. I don't feel I have anything to prove, but there are some people who might be like, hey, Bror Fredrik, don't call me on the carpet. You might not like the results. All right. let's see. Try the food, maybe they'll, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Janice, that's a good idea, because, like, they'll like me. I should, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll make them, yeah, maybe I will have that discussion. All right, good one. I'm getting another Papa John commercial. Is that a Papa John commercial? What's the craziest gift I've ever been given? That's gonna take a little thought. What is the craziest gift I've ever been given? Craziest. I have to think about that. I'm thinking, Marie. Yeah, you know, I've been through my hair phases here and there. But like I said, when I get it the way I want it, it's just so much maintenance, you know? Because believe it or not, my hair is curly. Once it gets to be like over an inch, it's curly. I mean, it's not like, you know, you see these kids run around with that crackhead bob or whatever haircut. What's his name? From The Simpsons? Sideshow Bob, crackhead Bob, whatever, with that stupid... It's not like that, but it's like extraordinarily wavy once it gets more than like an inch long, so I don't sit there with a blow dryer and whatnot, you know. I don't want to be all high maintenance. But yeah, there are times. What is the craziest gift I've ever been given? I don't know. I gotta really think about that. I might have to get back to you on that and answer that on the next live stream. I gotta go back in the annals of gift giving. I mean, I've received some weird things. I really have to think about that. I got someone gave me a deck of playing cards with like 80s playmates on them or something like that. I don't know what I was supposed to do with that. I mean, I guess it was fun. I don't know. Your hair gets curly when it rains. Mine is just like, mine's just like nuts. I will get back to you on that, Mary. Puppy training started. Great thing, Mom. All right, keep them questions coming. I want to answer questions. I got a hot cup of coffee in front of me. Nice suit. Yeah, I got to update my suits. I really do. I've been updating my wardrobe. You know, I'm frugal AF, so I've scored a lot of nice clothes lately. I mean, I'm dressed down now because it is what it is. But I got a lot of nice clothes lately, like on the freaking budget. You buy right, you know, all fit, you know, whatever. I'll show it to you one day when we're in the studio. I got a stack of new clothes. However, I was looking at my old suits, and I'm just like, I like double-breasted suits, but I haven't bought myself a suit. Honestly, if I'm totally honest, I actually own a couple of tuxedos. Those still look good on me. They're timeless. I own 2 tuxedos, a Pierre Cardin and some other one, but they're freaking handsome. One's a double-breasted, one's not. One's, yeah, I got all this stuff. Anyway, I need to update my suit wardrobe. That's what I gotta start doing. I gotta start updating my sport jackets and my suits and stuff. But, you know, they better really be on sale, because shit ain't cheap anymore. Alright, we gotta think about this. If I had a choice between silver gold or rose gold, I love rose gold, but very few watchmakers get rose gold right. The rose gold that a lot of watch makers or watch manufacturers use now is very feminine looking. You know, it's just pink. It's just pink, you know, it looks like, oh, is that your girlfriend's watch? You know, I have some rose gold that, you know, still, it's a little more masculine of a color, and I can't find those anymore. So I'd have to default and say gold. I prefer gold watches. What is the last event I wore a suit to? It was a closing night of a convention about, trying to think. It's gonna be 3 years. Yeah, it's almost 3 years ago. Honestly, it's almost been 3 years since I put on a suit, unfortunately, and I hate that. But I just haven't encountered the, I would prefer to do it. If it was up to me, I'd wear a suit every day. If I'm totally freaking honest, I'd wear a suit every freaking day of my life. You know, if I'm totally honest with myself and with you people, I'd wear a suit every day. You know, I'm just a suit wearing type of person. Double-breasted, single-breasted with a vest, you know, tie, shirt with, I mean, a fitted shirt with actually the collar actually fits and whatnot. You know, go get, you know, like, I'm weird. You could tell, you know, I got a big neck compared to everything else. That's why I'm kind of hard to knock out. And I got really long arms. They drag on the crown or whatever. I got way wider shoulders than, I mean, I'm hard to fit, so I can't buy shit off the rack, you know. I gotta take the, you know, the 17 and a quarter over here. You know, I gotta have like measured stuff and whatnot. But I wear suits every day, every freaking day. And you know what else I have a tendency to do? Like by the end of the day or by the end of the night, I don't start like pulling it down or whatever. I'll take it off sometimes and be just like, you know, because that's a whole nother look, but I'll never look disheveled by the end of the night. But here in Vegas, nobody wears a suit. I would look, like I told you, the reason I stopped wearing suits in town here is because people would walk up to me and be like, hey, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom at? You know, because they just assume I work there. I'm just like, this is not a George suit from Walmart, yo. You know? This be some designer, you know? I don't work here. So, you know, I don't know. I wish I could. I mean, I really want to start doing it in the studio. But I'd have to put the AC down, because that studio, it gets so hot in there. You have no idea, like, there's so many lights in there, even though it does not, my studio does not look like, you know, Broadway is so lit up, there are so many lights in there, from so many different angles, to make that studio look the way it does, and not blow out all the shit in the back. It gets hot in there, but I'm thinking of, if I ever get a larger studio, I'd be in like Flynn. I would do that show in a suit. You know, it's just, it just makes me feel good. You know, it's like a feel good, look good, feel good. But then at the same time, you know, that's also me. I got the tore up jeans today because they're freaking comfortable. So it's just me. I mean, I can go like that. I can go to the rodeo and then to the freaking opera afterwards, you know. But anyway, a suit with an open, yeah, exactly, right? That, Donna, exactly, 100%. If you're gonna, like, if it's the end of the night and you're just like, all right, I'm done, or you're just like, you know, business is done, but you still want to have a look, take the frickin' tie off. Don't, like, crank it down to here and undo your button. Go for the look. Take that shit off, roll it up, stick it in your jacket pocket, unbutton to about there, and it's a look. It's a frickin' look. 100%. You know the deal. Yeah, nobody wears, yeah, when I was in Florida, nobody wore suits. Exactly. Your dad had a neck like, yeah, like I got close to like an 18-inch neck. You know? I mean, I used to like do the thing where you put the weights on and, you know, train your freaking neck, and it always stuck. I mean, look what I could do with my neck stuff. I can control that, and I could pull the tendon wise all the way down to my abs, which is weird. It's just my neck. do you not carry handkerchiefs? No, I really don't carry handkerchiefs anymore, but I do have quite a bit. I've always sought to buy ties that have matching handkerchiefs for the pocket and whatnot, but I do have a tremendous amount. I just don't use them anymore because they're oddly, like, for an emergency, I mean, I would never blow my nose in it, like the actual purpose of it, because it's kind of grody. Let's see, alright. Oh, I gotta drink my coffee. I'm catching up on your comments. Yeah, and that's suits. Maybe in another life I should be a freaking corporate attorney. Do corporate attorneys wear suits every day? Because then that's a job for me. I once had, I still have it somewhere. I got the full-blown John Wick thing going on. I got the black suit, black belt, black tie, black shirt. You have any idea how hard that is? Guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? It is like nearly impossible to get that look. That look is extraordinarily hard. Like when you go shopping for that look, you have to either buy it all at the same time or take the various parts with you wherever you go, because all blacks are not the same. You get something that is a true black, and then you're like, oh, I'll buy a black shirt, and then you put on the black shirt, and you're like, holy shit, against this jacket, it looks like it's gray. Like even with this, you know, like blacks are all different. They're all over the spectrum, and you just look like an idiot. You know, if you're gonna go for a look, it's gotta be black, 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 down to your shoes. And that, I do have that. It took a long time to procure the John Wick look. So yeah, don't take that lightly. I mean, it was up to me. How many people have seen Transporter? You know, with Jason, what's his name in there? You know, where he had like the what do you call that? Not attaché. What is the name? Oh shit, I'm at a loss. Anyway, in the trunk of his R8 Audi, he'd have a valet. That's what I was looking for. Not valet parker, a men's valet, which is a fancy way of saying like dresser, you know, keep your shit together type of thing. I like men's valet things. I know some of you guys are judging me, but I also have freaking power tools. You know, so don't go there. And lots of pew-pews. Anyway, and plate carriers. Anyway, but like anytime you got a little sweaty, or you got like, you know, you had to stay out all night, or you know, you had to like change, like he'd go into his trunk, bloop, bloop, pop his trunk open, and he'd pull out like a freshly pressed shirt, you know, and put it on in a parking lot or in a skanky bathroom, whatever, and he was just like, all right, back to business, yo. That would be me. That would be me. All right, what else are we talking about? Fear of heights, vertigo, don't mind heights, you get that squiggly feeling. I'm not a heights person. I hate to admit it, but I'm not a heights person. That's because I almost died. I used to be a heights person, but then one day, should I tell the story? Is that worthy of a story? All right, I'll tell the story. All right. One day, once upon a time, in Bror Fredrik land, in this house I owned, it was technically, I mean, it was 2 stories, but with like a big stand-up, it was like it was a federal. Brick outside, blue slate roof, pillars in the front, typical federal, not a colonial, a federal. Tall. So it's like 3 stories, and it's got a pitch like this, not flat like this, but it's got a pitch, right? Okay, on one side of the house there was a build out, you know, that I used, and on the other side of the house it had an equal build out, but it was a greenhouse. You know, a greenhouse. I love freaking greenhouses. I just think greenhouses are the boss. So there's a greenhouse. So I went up on the roof because I know how to do shit, even though I have a men's valet where I store my socks and shit. I went up on the roof because I had to replace the some slates. So I went out and purchased some slates because the house was like, I don't know, 100 years old. It's an old house. It was an old house. I don't live there anymore. So I go up on the roof and it's like this, no shit. And I'm just like, all right, F it. So I go up. I'm almost up to the top and I'm starting to replace some. I replaced the whole top layer. That's why I didn't mind if they were a little different. And I roughed them up to make them match. I know shit. So I'm on my way down, right? And this is high. This is like maybe 30, 40 feet up in the air. Tile underneath my step breaks. And I go like, shoot, ass over tea kettle. And I'm sliding down this roof, and I'm done. I know I'm done. I just know I'm done, right? Oh, that was, like, I just knew. You're just like, all right, Edith, I'm coming, you know? All right, God, I'm on my way, bro. See you in a couple minutes. I'm done. Because around this house, I poured concrete on the front. It used to be grass, but I got tired of mowing it, and I had a little thing, and I expanded it. That way it was like a long walk up. And of course, because I live, I was living the Guinea life, I had 2 freaking cement lions, that had a, snarl on the face when you walked up to my front door and everything. And I made it like that. So there's cement everywhere. So there's no way I'm getting out of that alive, So I'm just like, damn, so soon? And I'm sliding down this roof, and it was like in slow motion. So I am coming down this roof. The only thing there was that on both sides of the house, there was a fireplace on this side and a fireplace on this side, and there was 2 brick chimneys. So I'm passing this chimney, and it's like, hello, chimney. And out of the bottom, so I reach out. I'm like I missed it with my feet. Like if I caught with my feet, maybe I would have stopped, because I'm sliding. Didn't catch it with my feet. So I reached out, one last ditch effort. And my hand grabbed the very bottom of the TV antenna. Like, remember those old freaking TV antennas with the aluminum? I mean, it didn't work. I just never took it down, I mean, I had internet. It wasn't that long ago. So I grabbed it. Boom. Oh. And I grabbed that thing for dear life. And what happened was, from the force and the angle, it swung me around off the side of the house. So I'm hanging on to this thing. My arm is just a bloody mess because it scraped the edge of all the slates. I'm losing blood at a pretty good rate. And literally my body is hanging off the side of the roof. And what's gonna break my fall? What do you think? The only thing that was gonna break my fall is a freaking greenhouse with glass and aluminum. So I'm just like, I don't know if I'm better off now or if I was better off just freaking hitting that cement I poured a week ago. So I'm just like, I'm fucked. It's just like one of those moments. I'm fucked. I did not want to fall through a glass. I mean, it wasn't plexiglass. It was glass. A glass greenhouse. With an equal roof and with aluminum, and I had it with the thing, and it goes it was a nice greenhouse. Plants inside, the whole shit. But desperation being what it is, from like just blood, dripping out, whatever. It was a train wreck. But I swung myself back onto that roof, and then I was just like, ugh. And then I'm like this, and I climbed up to the very peak of the roof, and I just sat there. I was just like, and it's getting dark. And then it became dark, and I'm still sitting up there, like right on the peak of the roof, I'm just like, I didn't want to move, I was just like, it was like if I found It was that same feeling, I guess, when you're walking in a minefield and one of them explodes and you watch your buddy go like turn into frickin' spaghetti sauce, and you're in the middle of the minefield and you're just like, uh-oh. You know, what do you do? You know you're in a minefield, and that's how I felt on that roof, because I didn't take into consideration that my own weight might be breaking them tiles and doing the slip-to-doos over there. So I was just like, what do I do, you know? And eventually I just made up my mind, because the ladder was at the bottom over there, and I was just like, I stayed up there until it didn't make any sense anymore. I just didn't want to sleep up there. That's for shit sure. And sure enough, you know, I finally, you know, got my shit together, and I went and climbed down the ladder. But ever since then, I mean, I'll still get on the ladder, I would legitimately, I would love to go sit in, let's see, where is that? Where is she? Wait, hold on a second. Alright, that statue there, I'll show you in a minute. That statue over there, she's got her hand out. I would do that. I would go climbing, I would do all that stuff. But, I have a picture of me sitting on a cliff in South Dakota, in the Badlands of South Dakota. If you've never been there, it's friggin' amazing. So I'm in the Badlands of South Dakota on a cliff that's like a friggin' 1,000 feet down. When I lived in Lake Tahoe briefly, I used to have to drive up the side of the mountain, and the other side was a cliff. I didn't have any problems with that, but I will not walk up there any longer. I'm just like not down with like peering over a cliff. Like, yeah, like people think it's funny when like you push someone and then you hold them. This would be the look when if you did that to me. No. That was a long story. I just relived that whole thing. My butt's a little puckered right now. Yeah, alright, yeah, no falling off freaking roofs for me. Yeah, almost went through my greenhouse. That was some scary. Like, okay, I had to accept. Hey, this wasn't. Maybe it's not the height thing. Maybe we gotta talk. I had to accept that I was probably gonna die. Like, I legitimately had to accept that fact. You know, at that moment, I accepted it. I was just like, all right, you know. Already then, because I knew if I didn't swing myself up, I was losing so much blood. And I ended up like, you know, I always got like some type of blade on me. I cut a little thing, I tied it off, you know, went and got the stitches and whatever. But, because that's why I got down. I was just like, I'm probably gonna bleed out up here. Yeah, I just resigned myself. I'm just like, I'm done. Let's see. What was the one thing that you have done that you wish you could take back? That's an interesting question. Wow, I gotta think about that a second. Wow. It isn't one thing. There's probably a bunch of stuff. I'll tell you one story, you know, just to be transparent AF. One day, like I was young too. And there's been a bunch of things I would, I don't know about do different, but I would say do better. That would be more accurate. Here's just one of them. I'll just toss one out there. One day, there was this guy, this kid, who was young. There was this kid who was kind of like a hanger-oner, you know? And I ultimately felt bad for him, and I let him be a hanger-oner, you know? But he had some issues. But and the crew that I used to run with, they just like were tired of him, and they felt him, you know, like being a little bit of a liability and whatnot. And they're just like, you know, we're gonna kick his ass. You know, it just doesn't take no for an answer. You know, be like, no, bro, you know, no, you can't hang out with us tonight. No, you can't get involved in this. He just would not take no for an answer. Like that stereotypical, you know, like the kid brother who just follows everyone around, except he wasn't a kid, you know, he was a grown-ass man, but for some reason he was a little bit of a leech, but not in terms of money, but in terms of just thrusting himself upon. I kind of felt bad for him, you know, because you know me, I always champion people who are like that, and you know, it might have been a little bit of a mental thing or whatever, but I didn't know his complete story. I mean, he just like kind of came out of nowhere. Or I don't think he moved to town. I don't know what to start. This is a long time ago, but they were just like, this guy is not getting a message. You know, we're gonna have to toss him a beating. You know, because he's just that freaking annoying. Maybe that's what it's gonna take to, you know, to shake him, because you know he's just not one of us. But he keeps showing up and coming here and there. It's just like enough, you know. We're a tight knit crew, not crew in that sense, but you know, the boys. So I caught wind of the fact that it was probably getting a little stomping heading his way. I knew guys were just looking for an excuse to stomp him, you know, and I just knew it. You know, they were just waiting. They were tolerating him, like just waiting for the excuse. And I knew it was not gonna be pretty, right? So I was just like, F it. For his own sake, I just tossed him one quick one, and I was just like, dude, just don't come around no more. I did that. But it seemed like the best option at the time. It genuinely did. And he never came back. He just like disappeared. It just seemed like the best option at the time. And that's what it did, you know? Am I proud of it? Probably not, but I know it could have gone, you know, it could have gone a lot worse, you know? But I was like, the thing that sucked about it is I probably interacted with him more than, you know, most people did, you know? That's why I took it upon myself to, you know, he had to go. He was annoying as fuck. I'm not letting him off the hook like that. He was annoying as hell to be around, and he had no business being around, and he was being told directly to his face multiple times that, you know, he really wasn't welcome in the circle, you know, but he would just, you know, he would just show up and inject himself everywhere, you know, but I knew the alternative wasn't going to be good. So, you know, I did what I had to do. Or I thought so, but am I proud of it? No. So yeah. It's what it is. What is the most expensive thing I've ever broken? Probably my Tag Heuer watch. My Tag watch. Yeah, that was probably the most expensive thing. That, I mean, I turned it into an aquarium. I went to a water park with it, and it filled up with water. And it's, you know, it's not a five-figure. It's not a five-figure watch, but it's a mid four-figure watch. It's not that base model. I still have it, but yeah, that's probably the most expensive thing. Who wears a frickin' Tag Heuer to go to a frickin' water park and go down slides? But it said waterproof, but, you know, and Tag was just like, F you. They said, oh, you know, I changed the battery and I didn't put a brand new frickin' O-ring on it, so whatever. Miss Google has... They firing up music in it? Miss Google has a question. I got a question. Fur coats in and out. I love fur coats. I love fur coats. I mean, the faux coats now are pretty realistic. I mean, I think the concept of a man giving a woman a fur coat, I think is freaking awesome. You know, I've given a fur coat, several of them, I think, over the years. But, you know, PETA being what it is, and animals and whatever. You know, that used to be the epitome of a gift, you know. Oh, my man bought me a fur coat for my birthday. My man bought me a fur coat for Christmas. That used to be like bragging rights, you know, and you felt good as a man to do that. But I like the look. I genuinely like the look. I don't know if it's even a thing anymore, the real ones. I have a coat with a little bit of fur on it myself. Would I marry for money? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There'd be no way in the world I would ever. If back in the days when I had to live in my van for a bit, when I was in between life, you know, some woman came along, you know, beautiful or not, and said, you know, hey, listen, I got, you know, I'm just rolling in money. Say I do, and, you know, whatever you want. Couldn't do it. I just could not do it. I can't even accept a drink from a woman. You know? I've never bought a woman a drink either. You know, I mean, I told you those stories. I don't buy women. Oh, send her a... You know, unless I showed up with you, I ain't buying you no drinks, you know? Anyway. But, you know, it's just my nature. It's just I just can't, you know? I mean, if you want to go into business together, that's a whole different thing. You want to open up, you know, a tilapia farm somewhere in Florida? Maybe we'll talk about it, you know. You want to fund some venture I got? Yeah, but we'll sign a contract. But I just can't take from a woman because, like I said earlier, you know, part of me being my absolute best is the fact that people are depending on me, you know? I have a problem being dependent on others, but I have no problem. I have strong shoulders. I have no problem with people depending on me, leaning on me, you know. I'll bolster other people up. I'll take their shit on. I'll deal with it. But me being dependent on someone else, it's just not for me. I mean, a lot of men would be like, score, cha-ching, but I just can't do it. It's not even a moral thing. Because, you know, someone wants to take care of you, and, you know, far be it for you to say no, you know, in certain cases. I mean, I'm not, like, putting that down, but for me, it just wouldn't be the best for me. It wouldn't be my best life ever, you know, knowing that it was I was dependent on someone else. I mean, I'd rather friggin' die than grow old and be dependent. I mean, that's just my headspace, you know? I mean, growing old and dying is whatever, but being dependent and having someone wipe my ass and all the rest, just pull the plug, you know? I don't want to go there. It's just not a thing, you know? So, yeah. That holds no appeal to me. So dependence, me being dependent in and of itself is a no-go. So being dependent on someone's money? Oh yeah, no, I'm saying coffee different. Drink? Donna, absolutely. You are absolutely right. And thank you very much. I appreciate that. But you know what I'm saying, buying me a drink. I mean, you know, we're sitting in a bar and, you know, like, a woman's like, hey, let me buy you a scotch or what, you know, like, that's the context of that statement. I mean, I'll take the coffee all day. Thank you very much. Someone wants to buy me a bottle of my favorite scotch, you get the sentiment. You respect that answer, that's different, you are working, that's sweet from, what are we talking about here? I'm trying to catch up on all that. Would I marry for money? Your dad gave your mom a fur coat. Yeah, exactly. Ron knows the deal. When you buy a woman a fur coat, you got to put the initials on the inside. You got to put the last name and then the first and the middle name on both sides. You got to do like the true monogram or whatever, and that's like $500 just to get that done in silk. I bought some fur coats in my life, but then at the same time, you know, I've also lived in a van. Let's see, what type of YouTube videos do you like to watch in your downtime? Syntad, okay. What I don't know if see. All right. I watch a lot of YouTube and I study a lot. I mean, my consumption of media, and we went over the term consumption. My consumption of media, YouTube media, is most geared towards learning. If I'm not learning, I feel like I'm drowning. You know, I just have to learn and learn and learn and learn. I just like learning shit, you know? So if I'm not studying this, I'm studying that. I just like to accumulate knowledge. Entertainment, like a comedy movie. I don't even remember ever watching a comedy movie in my entire life. You know, because it's like I'm not learning nothing from it. It's not doing anything for me. And I sit there like this. Was that supposed to be funny? Oh, Adam Sandler? Oh yeah, it's hilarious. You know, it doesn't do anything for me. So I don't consume humor or, you know, any of that. It's just like, whatever. I gotta be engaged with it. I'm not saying if anyone's into comedy that's something wrong with that. We're talking about me. Don't anyone out there misinterpret what I'm speaking for. I'm speaking about myself. I'm not making any judgment calls on anyone else, you know? Just let's get that clear. If that's your thing, cool. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying it just does not work for me. So if I'm not learning something, so come like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to go to bed, because that's usually when I go to bed. I watch a couple things. I watch things I don't have to engage with, that if I fall asleep during it, like it's not driving me to keep my eyes open. I'm not just like, oh my God, I gotta see the end of this. You know, I'm not doing that. Oh, I gotta see the end of this show, you know, like something like that. So what I generally turn on, believe it or not, is woodworking videos. I like watching woodworking, specifically wood turning, because it's so, I don't know, there's just something about it. Because most of them, they, you know, because wood turning is so boring and slow. It's like, tick, 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 tick. If you watched it in real time, like, you know, doing a piece this big, one pass is like 25 minutes, you know, if you ever did any woodworking. So they speed it up by like 50, and it's like, you know, they do like a 10-hour project in 20 minutes. I watch that shit because I find it relaxing, and it's like something goes on in your head. And I watch shit that I would never probably do in real life. Like I watch RC planes. Fascinating. People build like F-15 fighter planes, you know, and Warthogs and B-52s and Boeing 747s that are 30 feet long and they cost like $80,000, and they fly them up with a little controller, and then they crash, and sometimes they crash and sometimes they don't. And I watch all that stuff because it's something, I mean, it fascinates me. I'm just never gonna do it. You know, I just don't have time in my life to worry about flying little planes, but I think it's freaking awesome. The last plane I flew was a little Cox plane when I was a kid. You know, the ones that like chop off your fingers when you start it up with the little spring. Yeah, I watch stuff like that. And I watch a lot of stuff about dinosaurs. I love watching stuff about dinosaurs, but sometimes I get pissed off because I don't necessarily believe in evolution. I think evolution is a little bit preposterous, you know? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, people want to believe it because science says it is. Oh, this is dated back between 100 and 300 million years ago. Shut the fuck up. You know, no, it's not. You know, because most evolutionary things, the whole principle behind that is to disprove God because they have an agenda. There's no science behind it, even though people say the science. But go check out carbon dating. Carbon dating, they could take that and shove it, because carbon dating is like .0000001 accuracy. Anyway, I digress. It's a little bit of a quandary when I watch dinosaurs, but I like watching their hypothesis. They're like, this is how the Tyrannosaurus Rex lived. And they'll do like a 40-minute thing on the Tyrannosaurus. And then the Tyrannosaurus woke up in the morning and he stretched his little arms and then he went and ate a freaking platypus and whatnot. I love all that shit. I love the animation. I think it's exciting. But I think all that's bullshit too, because there's like, the reason why the Tyrannosaurus is the most popular dinosaur species is because they have the most skeletons. Meaning they have like 5. So they're coming up with like all this conjecture, and they only have 5 skeletons, and only 3 of them are truly complete. And they're just like, oh, we know everything that needs to be known. Because, shut up. But I still dig it, you know? But sometimes I can't watch dinosaur shit because I start arguing with the TV or the phone, depending on what I'm doing. I'm like, 65 million years ago, my ass. You know? That's just me. 65 million years ago, my ass. Alright. And if you believe in evolution, cool, whatever. Yeah, I mean, get some shrimp. What kind of shrimp? I got some shrimp in my freezer. I should cook some. That's a good idea. I got some shrimp at home. Yeah, oh yeah, and I'm at the phase in my life where I like study like military history. I think I'm hitting that phase in my life where, like, you know, if I see something about like the pros and cons of the Sherman tank on the Eastern Front, I'm just like, I'm in. You know? So, oh, this one only had a 105. Oh, wow. Okay, the Type 1 Sherman only had 102 millimeters of front-facing armor. Like, you know, I get into all that stuff now. I love watching, like, military history stuff. Like, I will watch, like, a 45-minute animation of an air combat battle that took place, like, 80 years ago. You know? And I'm just like, nice, you know? Yeah. Soap carving and, yeah, shaving videos. Absolutely. If I had to disappear and start a whole new life, what would you want your life to look like? Huh. That's a good one. What would I want my life to look like? Let's see. That's an interesting question. What would I want my life to look like if I got it to start all over? Am I still me? Do I still understand, like, do I still have my same thought process, or do I gotta start, like, completely fresh? Like, all over again? If I had to start completely fresh, like, you know, like not being me, and I had to just pop out somewhere else in the same time period, because my 2 favorite time periods, I'd either want to be born like in the 1800s and be a freaking cowboy, ride the open range and no signs, no, just freaking ride, walk the earth like Cain, or like in the future, like be on the bridge of the USS Enterprise. One or the other. Now it's kind of like in between. Because I just saw something in a bikini that shouldn't have been a little while ago, so I'm waiting for this asteroid to just go and... Anyway, I digress. If I had to start all over again... I mean, it's not by choice because I like my life, but I think it would be cool. I think it would be different. Like, the total polar opposite of this Bror Fredrik would be a Bror Fredrik that was brought up on a farm. Like, born to, you know, like a couple of ranchers or something, like Yellowstone. Because, like, I have a cowboy inside me. I am a cowboy. I'm a cowboy, baby. I ride all night and I sleep all day. Yeah. I think like born on a ranch or a farm somewhere in the Midwest or Colorado or Texas or something like that. You know, because I was born city AF. You know, I was born city AF. I mean, I take to the country, and I even have like a little drawl, and I look good in the cowboy hat and everything. But yeah, I think I don't know if that'll be a choice to start over with. I don't know. If I started over, maybe, just maybe, I probably would have gone to law school. You know, in the grand scheme of things, I probably would have gone to law school. You know, furthered my education or whatever. And it's not a matter of intelligence; it was just a matter of finances when I was a kid. You know, that would have been pretty boss. You know, I would have went to like, not today's Harvard I wouldn't want to go to, but I probably would have ended up in like Harvard or Columbia, not Fordham or whatever, but I would have gone after Ivy League, you know. That would have been like, yeah, I probably would have done that and gone in pursuit. I still would have been an entrepreneur and all that shit, but I wouldn't have gone into pursuit of, some type of like corporate law or something like that. You know, I would have used my brain to do the wango the tango instead of the knuckle sandwiches. You know, yeah, that would have been, yeah. If I was gonna do it over again, given the opportunity, I probably would have stayed on that path. But it just wasn't meant to be, and I have no regrets about it because you know I've had my successes and I'm still having successes. So, is what it is. But I just like the atmosphere, you know. It's suited for me, you know. Yeah, okay. What else are we talking about? What is my? Okay, yeah, hold on. What are the audio books on YouTube that? All you gotta do is do a search because I view different people, Marie. I just do a search Star Trek audio books. And there's so many different people, but the one I listen to the most is some dude named JT Maloney or Mahoney or something like that. I mean, these channels have like 8 viewers, you know, they're just putting them up for posterity. So, yeah, the reason why is because he's not putting commercials in between. Because, like, you get on some of them, like there's one guy who's got like hundreds, he's got like everyone ever conceived. So I put my one earbud in, and I'm, you know, the pillow's on that side, and I'm listening, and I'm getting into it, and okay, Jean-Luc Picard this, and Captain Kirk that, and next thing you know, a friggin' commercial for, like, Papa John's comes on, and you know, I'm trying to, like, fall asleep, or, like, get in, like, picture myself there, I'm half asleep, and Papa John starts yelling in my ear, and I'm just like, oh. You know, so I try to find the ones, or listen to the ones that they're just not putting commercials on. So I get that commercials suck, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see what else is here. 93 people? You people bored already? Alright, cool. What time is it? Oh, it's already 7:15. How about that? You like videos that show up close of planets and galaxies? Me too. I think that's fascinating. I love watching NASA stuff. Let's see if I missed any super chat activities. No, I did not. Pop back up to all messages. Let's see. Alright, Tom says he's not bored. That's awesome. What is my secret talent? I don't know. I have a lot of secret talents, believe it or not. I got a lot. I don't even know where to start. I got a lot of things I can do that I don't speak on the regular. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but, you know, anything I apply myself to, I generally get good at. If I apply myself, or if I desire to do it. If I have zero interest and zero desire to do it, you know, I just don't do it. But, you know, I try not to suck at anything, you know, so that's a tough one. How well do I dance? I'm a good dancer. This white guy got some rhythm. I can dance. I can slow dance. I could do a little bit of like merengue, salsa type dancing. I can get down with the, I can get down with the rap because I got that rhythm. I can get down with like Bollywood. I got rhythm. I love to dance, actually. I actually do. I love to dance. Are there any proposition bets for the number of crashes? Oh, not yet. I have not seen the prop bets for FU-F1 yet. That's a really good question. I'm going to keep on top of that. I have not seen any prop bets. But they're all going to take place, like I said, in the hairpin turns. On a straightaway, if they get too close, there's a chance one of them will catch air and it's going to end up in the Bellagio fountains after taking a bunch of people out. But, wow. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what those are, too. That's actually fun. I cannot... I mean, if I wanted a tango, I probably could. I actually attended the Fred Astaire School of Dance on Long Island. I did, because I want to do and know everything. Anywhere I go, anyone I sit down with, I want to be able to have a conversation. That's what I was talking about, what is a high-value man? If you've never played golf in your life, even if you think it's the stupidest fucking thing ever, go out and play one time. Because you never know when having a conversation about golf might make you the next millionaire. Might ingratiate you to someone. You're in an office somewhere, or you're on trial and the judge has a picture of him holding a frickin' driver. You're gonna be like, yo, you hit TaylorMades too? And he's gonna be like, you're a TaylorMade guy, I'm a TaylorMade guy, and you're off the hook. Know everything. As a man, know everything. Don't be frickin' dumb about other things because you think it's not cool. Experience everything. This life is so short. Experience everything. Even if you don't think you're gonna like it, you never know when it's gonna come in handy. If you never know what it's like to step up on a tee with 10 people watching you, you could hear a freaking mouse fart, and it's just you, and only you, taking a swipe at a freaking ball, and then tell me it's a bullshit sport, And like, you freaking shank it and everyone's like, jackass, But do it. That way you can talk about it, educate it, Or experientially. Experience everything that life has to offer. Go out of your way. Eat a fucking Brussels sprout. Just do stuff, Just do stuff instead of forming opinions on stuff you never experienced in your entire life. Just go out and do stuff. So I signed up for the Fred Astaire School of Dance, and they'd make it, the men were on one side, the women on the other, and it was mostly like people like old enough to be my grandparents, obviously, but I danced with them, and, why not? Why frickin' not, I mean, if someone said, as a dude, you should be able to dance. I don't even know why we're going there, but know how to freaking dance. If not, if you don't have rhythm, know how to dance, I mean, I think it's kind of, whenever I see the shows and the movies and you guys are just like, I don't dance. What does that make you what? You know what dancing makes you? A dude who gets laid. I mean, it makes you a dude who gets laid. So learn how to frickin' dance. If you don't know how to dance, you ain't getting laid. Well, you still might, but your odds are better. I mean, if you sit there and go, nah, I ain't dancing. Okay. What happened to, hey, you want to dance? You with a woman and she's like, come on, honey, let's go on the dance floor. I don't dance. That's for pussies. I don't dance. Okay, you ain't getting any. I mean, let's be real here. Let's be real. Am I right or am I wrong? Learn how to dance. Opens up a whole world. I mean, the idea, that's for this, that makes you less of a man if you clean your fingernails or something. No, you're missing out on a whole aspect of life, you know? Guys gotta just get over themselves and their own bullshit. I mean, let's just be real. Guys just gotta totally get over themselves. I'm not holding a woman's purse. You don't have to worry about it, because with that attitude, you never will have to, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't want my woman going in the shitter with a purse and having to hold that thing, you know? If she says, hey, you wanna hold my purse while I, you know, go tinkle? I'm gonna be like, yeah, whatever. I'd freaking hold it right in front of anyone, you know? What do I care? You know, what does that do? Except show that I'm a gentleman, and then I actually have a woman while 5 guys who are going home to Mary Palmer looking at me funny. Who cares, you know? I just don't get that whole thing with dudes. Dudes are weird. And they're my dudes, but you dudes can be weird, you know? Anyway, how'd we get into that whole thing? Do I believe in an eye for an eye? Wow, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good question, Keith. Part of me actually does. You know, part of me says, I mean, part of me would like to be forgiving and magnanimous, but it depends on the offense. Certain offenses, you know, that have to do with the kiddos or grape, if you know what I'm saying, or, you know, or deletion and things like that. Those people need to be eliminated, you know? That's an eye for an eye case. They need to be deleted because, I mean, if we want to get spiritual for a second, a lot of people who commit those type of things are playing for the enemy, if you know what I'm saying. So deletion, yeah, it seems to be a reasonable response to that. You know, if someone dents my car, do I want his to be dented? No. If someone trips me, do I want to trip them back? No. If someone messes with someone I care about, love, or is close to me, they're going to see this. And they're going to be given the opportunity to make it right. My first go-to would be giving an individual the opportunity to make it right. And then the shit's gonna hit the fan. But my first reaction isn't, like, oh, eye for an eye. But certain people do, if they're playing for the enemy and they have some influence, you know what I'm saying? Because people do have the influence. You can tell. Just look around. Yeah, sometimes, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I think it should be in kind to a certain degree. Yeah. But my first choice, like I said, in my own personal life, my first choice is to allow another individual, even if I don't like them, unless it's truly reprehensible, act that this person performed, I will always give an individual, even if I do not like them, the opportunity to make it right. Not saying that I'm gonna forgive them. I mean, maybe I'll forgive, but never forget because I'm human, but I'll always give the opportunity to make something right. You know why? Because I would want to be granted the opportunity to make something right if I wronged someone. So how could I deny another person the same thing? But pending the outcome of that, if they told me shove it up your ass or blah, 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 you had a comment or something like that, then I'll handle it accordingly. All right, let's see what else. All right, keyword jamming. All right, let's see what's going on here. Wow, 2.5 hours? Holy freaking cow. seeing if there's any other things I gotta look. When I logged on, remember I logged on in the beginning to their Wi-Fi, they're already sending me spam. But it's just a bunk address, so it doesn't really matter. I never even look at that address. It could have like 99 million emails in it. It's just for shit. Like, I have like at least 50 email addresses, and one of them's just for like tapping into public Wi-Fi. I don't care what they send me. Last time I felt a big... When was the last time I felt a big adrenaline? I feel them all the time. Believe it or not, I feel... Wow, this coffee's done. I get adrenaline rushes all the freaking time. I mean, I could cause one, believe it or not. I can just wait. Because I'm just wound all the time. I function under that condition of, like, you could always tell I'm always like fidgeting, and I just got that thing going on. But on a regular basis, some people get it from sports, some people get it from putting their lives in jeopardy, some people get it from, different places and different things. I get it from business, believe it or not. I get an adrenaline rush from a job well done, from an opportunity found, from turning lemons into lemonade, from making something happen that, for all intents and purposes, shouldn't have, I mean, business to me, as, like, that's why you never hear me complain about being busy. I might talk shit about, getting 2 hours, 5 hours sleep a night, but you won't hear me complain about business, because business is, I find it thrilling. It's warfare, it's Sun Tzu, it's psychology, it's just everything. It's a microcosm of life. All the different personalities involved to bring something to the table and get it across the finish line. The whole sales cycle of something, it's just thrilling. Just like, wide world of sports. Sometimes there's agonies of defeat, where you're the guy on the skis tumbling down a frickin' hill and that, and other times it's just like the one, but you learn. And you grow, and you get more in tune with what's going on around. I just love business. Business is a thing, doing business, Doesn't matter what it is, a freaking garage sale would turn me on and get I get an adrenaline rush from like closing a deal on my old comic books, and it has nothing to do with money. It just has to do with the satisfaction, It's just awesome. I've always loved it. I love it. All right, let's see what's what here. You know what, Tom Mac? I have not smoked one of the Arturo Fuentes because I'm waiting for the, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, I'm going to do a Bror Nation After Dark live stream from the studio. That'll be, like we're going to go into the evening a bit. Might have a couple drinks or whatever because I won't be driving. And that's when I'm going to bust one out. So stay tuned for that. And let's see what else. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Hope you guys had fun with all that questions and answers. I try to be a good businessman. Would you consider it a rush when you are helping the homeless? Asked Kevin. I think that is going to be the last question I'm going to answer. No. Unfortunately not. I do get a rush out of helping people in general, whether it's through the channel, maybe something I say, or helping a friend, or giving some advice, or, whatever. That there's a certain reward in that. But the fact that I have to help the homeless, and I'm still doing it, like yesterday I didn't have to, but I gave out a bunch of stuff yesterday. And it makes me sad. Like, when I'm done, like, okay, you guys seen me go through the emotions of it. I don't know if it's adrenaline, but the wave of emotion that just comes over, like, afterwards, it's just like, maybe it is adrenaline. I don't know. But in terms of a rush, being like, you know, exhilarated, no. It's more like an emotional rush where, you know, because I'm holding back so much emotion, and not all of it's good because I'm freaking pissed, you know. I'm watching like FUF1 out there spend billions of dollars. Oh, it's so good for the local economy. And I'm out there giving out toothbrushes, you know, to people, and toothpaste, and shampoo, and, you know, $5 gift cards for friggin' McDonald's so I can have one meal, you know, out of the next 3 days. And I get so fucking angry about that we still live in a world where people are on the street going hungry and nobody is doing, well, people are doing a thing. But the people who are supposed to be doing something are doing nothing. And it pisses me off. And to see those people sometimes, I just, you know, there's somebody's brother, somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's son. And I'm just like, wow. Sometimes I think about how they got there and what choices they made. But then I say, it doesn't matter. They're there. And to be a human that's disposable is, people would sooner help a dog or a cat they see roaming the street than a human being, you know. And that just gets me. It literally does. And it didn't start getting me until I started doing this channel, because I used to do the same shit. I used to, like, you know, put blinders on and, you know, pretend I didn't see them too. But now it just frickin' bothers me that we still live in a society that just doesn't care. You know, just doesn't care. You know, sending millions here and billions there and doing all this shit. And we can't help they're doing all this stuff on the strip. And in the shadow of it, people don't eat. There's people not eating in the shadow of F1. And I did a whole video on that. They could single-handedly wipe out the homeless and the hunger problem here in Las Vegas. Single-handedly. Just F1 could do that. Just the Super Bowl could do that. Do you hear them being like, yo, you know, we're going to bring all these freaking billionaires to town with their private jets, but you know what? We got to help your people here first. You know, no. They're probably like leaning on the freaking government to toss them off the strip. That's what they're probably doing. Hey, can you get them freaking homeless bastards out of our freaking purview? That way, our people who are coming here don't have to look at them. That's what F1's doing. I almost guarantee it. You know, so yeah, it's not really a rush. It's just like the holding back of a combination of anger that it's happening and the emotions of, you know, that I'm feeling for these people. And then I'm just like, hey, yeah, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. And then afterwards, I'm just like, you know, it's, wow, it's a trip. I go out and do it. Like I don't have the corner marketed. I don't have the market cornered on doing that. I just want to be an inspiration. Go out and do it in your neck of the woods, people, and you'll see what I'm talking about, you know? And the fact that a town like this that's making a fucking $1 billion a month just on slot machines, let alone everything else, just on slot machines, can just turn a blind eye to people. What are they thinking? You know, get a job? Well, give them a job. You know, but they don't even want to pay people a living wage, so they're going to go pick it on Monday or Tuesday or whatever. You know, let alone the homeless people. Just round them up and put them in the get them out of our sight. That's what this town does. So now they're in my neighborhood. That's why I don't do it on the strip anymore. They're all in my backyard that I got to deal with. It's freaking weird. It's pissing me off. Anyway, I gotta get my stuffs together here. Alright, people. That was fun. I hope you had fun too. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know, you guys know I'm wrapping up. So, I'm going to invite you one last time. We're going out tomorrow night on the Strip. We'll have some fun. I think this is going to get spanked because they turn up the music at 7. So, this might not be up later. So, I appreciate your generosity. That makes it all worthwhile to me. And I love you guys. And I'm going to invite you one last time. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you'd like to support the channel, do all this stuff down there. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night out here on the Strip. What I plan on doing, I got to do a little recon. I think we're going to go all the way down Rainbow to Coville to see that temporary bridge, to see if we could climb it and play monkey bars with it, because it sounds fun, sounds intriguing. There's not a whole lot else to do on the Strip currently because it's all under construction. But either way, we'll have fun, and I hope you're there, and I hope I see you there. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out. Did I make that sound effect good?